Imagine waking up tomorrow. You reach for your phone, nothing. The lights won't turn on. The internet is gone. Hospitals lose power. Cities fall into darkness. Within hours, modern civilization begins to collapse. It's hard to imagine life without electricity. Every phone, every computer, every train, every hospital depends on it. But here's something surprising. Nobody actually invented electricity. Humans didn't create it. We discovered it. Electricity had existed for billions of years, inside every atom, across every lightning storm, long before humans ever walked the earth. For thousands of years, people saw lightning as the anger of the gods. Nobody understood what it really was. Then, over 2,600 years ago, a Greek philosopher picked up a strange yellow stone called amber. He rubbed it with animal fur. Suddenly, tiny feathers and pieces of straw jumped toward the stone. It looked like magic, but it wasn't, without realizing it. That simple experiment became humanity's first encounter with electricity. It was only a tiny spark, but that spark would eventually light up the entire world. For nearly 2,000 years, nothing changed. People continued to fear lightning. The ancient Greeks believed it was a weapon of Zeus. The Vikings believed it came from Thor's mighty hammer. No one dared to question it. Then, around 1600, an English scientist named William Gilbert decided to investigate. He repeated the old amber experiment, but this time, he tested dozens of different materials: amber, glass, sulfur, wax. He discovered that many objects could attract tiny pieces of dust after being rubbed. Gilbert gave this mysterious force a new name. He called it electricus, meaning like amber. It was the first time electricity had a scientific name, but one giant mystery still remained. Could lightning, the most powerful force in the sky, be the same thing? In 1752, an American inventor named Benjamin Franklin decided to find out. During a thunderstorm, he flew a kite with a metal key tied to its string. As rain soaked the string, tiny sparks jumped from the key. Franklin had proved something incredible. Lightning and electricity were the same force. Soon after, he invented the lightning rod, protecting buildings from deadly lightning strikes. For the first time in history, humans weren't just studying electricity. They were learning how to control it. But electricity still had one major problem. It appeared only for a moment, then vanished. To truly change the world, scientists needed a way to create electricity whenever they wanted. And surprisingly, the answer came from a dead frog. In the late 1700s, an Italian scientist named Luigi Galvani was studying frog muscles. One day, something strange happened as two different metal tools touched a dead frog's leg. The leg suddenly kicked. It looked alive. Galvani believed he had discovered animal electricity. He thought every living creature carried electricity inside its body. The discovery amazed scientists across Europe, but not everyone agreed. Another Italian scientist, Alessandro Volta, had a different idea. He believed that electricity wasn't coming from the frog. It was coming from the two different metals. To prove it, Volta removed the frog completely. Instead, he stacked copper and zinc plates separated by pieces of cloth soaked in salt water. When he connected the top and bottom with a wire, electricity flowed. Not for a second, but continuously. In 1800, Volta introduced the world's first battery, known as the voltaic pile. For the first time in history, humans could produce electricity whenever they wanted. It was one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs ever made. But batteries had one big weakness. Eventually, they ran out of power. If electricity was going to light entire cities, the world needed a source that would never stop. That breakthrough would come from a young bookbinder named Michael Faraday. In 1831, a young English scientist named Michael Faraday made a discovery that changed history forever. Faraday had a simple question: could motion create electricity? To find out, he moved a magnet through a coil of copper wire. Suddenly, a tiny electric current appeared. It was a small experiment, but it revealed a giant secret. Moving magnets could generate electricity. This discovery became known as electromagnetic induction. Faraday quickly built the world's first electric generator. It wasn't powerful, but it proved something incredible. As long as a magnet kept moving, Electricity could be produced continuously. No batteries, no lightning, just motion. Even today, nearly every power plant on Earth works on the same basic principle, whether it's powered by flowing water, steam, wind, or nuclear energy. Something spins a turbine. The turbine turns a generator, and the generator produces electricity. Faraday's simple experiment became the foundation of the modern electrical world. But there was still one final challenge. How could electricity travel hundreds of miles safely and efficiently? The answer would lead to one of history's greatest rivalries, Thomas Edison versus Nikola Tesla. By the late 1800s, electricity could finally be generated. But another problem remained. How could it reach every home? Two brilliant inventors had completely different answers. The first was Thomas Edison. He believed in direct current, or DC. It worked well, but only over short distances. Power stations had to be built every few miles. Then came Nikola Tesla. Tesla believed the future belonged to alternating current, or AC. Unlike DC, AC could travel hundreds of miles with very little power loss. At first, many people thought Tesla was wrong. Even Edison launched a campaign claiming AC was too dangerous. The battle became known as the War of Currents. Everything changed in 1893. Tesla's AC system was chosen to light the Chicago World's Fair. As night fell, more than 100,000 electric lights illuminated the entire exhibition. Millions of visitors watched in amazement. 2 years later, Tesla's AC system powered the Niagara Falls hydroelectric plant, sending electricity to an entire city miles away. The debate was over. A C had won. Today, the electricity flowing into your home still uses the same principle Tesla fought for over a century ago. From one tiny spark of static electricity to giant power stations lighting entire countries, the journey took more than 2,600 years. Electricity wasn't invented by one person. It was built one discovery at a time. And every time you turn on a light, charge your phone, or watch a video like this, you're witnessing one of humanity's greatest discoveries. By the early 1900s, electricity was no longer an experiment. It had become the heartbeat of civilization. Homes lit up. Factories worked day and night. Hospitals saved millions of lives. Soon came the radio, then television, then computers. A few decades later, the internet connected the entire world. Today, electricity powers almost everything around us. Your smartphone, your laptop, your refrigerator, your car, even the satellites orbiting Earth depend on electricity. And now, artificial intelligence is changing the world, powered by the very same force humans first noticed over 2,600 years ago. But here's the most incredible part. Nobody invented electricity. It was always here, hidden inside every atom, flashing across the sky as lightning, waiting for someone curious enough to understand it. From a piece of amber in ancient Greece, to Benjamin Franklin's kite, Volta's first battery, Faraday's generator, and Tesla's power system. Every discovery became the foundation for the next. One small spark changed the course of human history forever. The next time you switch on a light, charge your phone, or watch a video like this, remember, you're using one of the greatest discoveries humanity has ever made, because electricity didn't just change the world, it built the modern world.